Hi there, Marina Newington, founder of PowerSystem here, a 5-step process designed to help entrepreneurial women set the foundation for time and financial freedom. Now, I'm coming to you from my kitchen today because it is all about food right now. As I've been talking about and saying, with the difficult situation that we are all in and the restraints that have been put on us, I've had to take my entrepreneurial hat off and put my mom hat on. So my house is full of 4 children, myself, my husband, and our 2 cats, and I need to feed them. I need to feed them all day. I need to get them breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, and it's a lot of work. And I know that I'm not the only one in this situation. So that is why I have put together a fantastic solution for all of you, and I'm calling it the Feed the Family Formula. And it is a total 2-week solution with 2 weeks of meal plans, recipes, strategies, shopping lists. It's a whole mini course I've put together with comprehensive videos taking you through meal by meal what you're supposed to do, but the best thing about this is how you do it without spending the whole day in the kitchen. So today I'm actually cooking lunch while I am talking to you. So I want to point out some of the things that I talk about in my course. This is just a little olive oil I'm putting in a pan here, so to let that heat up while I get going. So one of the big things I talk about in terms of time-saving strategies are some key ingredients. So there are a few things that I make in advance and I make in a big batch that I can use throughout the week so that I am not making things from scratch all the time and investing all that time. And one of the biggest culprits is this bad boy right here. This is caramelized onions. Now, caramelized onions are one of God's gifts. I mean, they are delicious, fabulous, and wonderful in every possible way. But they take at least 20 minutes to make. So you have to cut up the onions, then cook them on a very low heat for about 20 minutes until they come to this lovely color and bring out the flavor. But if you cook 6 onions at the beginning of the week, which is what I do, 6 onions at the beginning of the week, then you can use them through the whole week, and you can save yourself 20 minutes at each and every single meal. This is another top key ingredient of mine, and it is roasted red peppers. Make a whole big batch of these at the beginning of the week, and then I use them throughout the week. So right now I'm making some fish. Here it is. I started cooking it. I fried off the bottom for the crispy skin, and I'm going to cook it off in the oven, and I'm making a nice sauce with it. I have some mange too that I'm going to saute in a little butter, and I have the quinoa. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do it because I'm making it live as we speak. So I'm going to take, do I have a tablespoon? Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm going to take some of this onion, some of this wonderful onion. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of it. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of it because the onion is delicious. And you just want to have more of this stuff in it. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm heating it through, and okay, now this is ready-made quinoa. You can make quinoa from scratch. You then have to spend another half hour cooking it, which is fine. And you know what? We are all being really challenged with ingredients right now, and I get it. Believe me, I get it. I went to the supermarkets this morning. That's how I ended up with fish. I went to M&S, I was there at 8 o'clock, and the queue was so long. I was like, I'm just not doing this. I went across the street to Waitrose, same problem. I'm not doing this. And the fishmonger was open, and guess what? No queue. So there you have it, fish for lunch. But that's why this quinoa, you just cook it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. I don't cook it all the way through. I just cook it a little bit, 1.5 minutes. Now, normally what I would do here is I would cook up a little pancetta first. And in fact, in one of the recipes in my Feed the Family formula, I have my pui lentils, which are very similar to this, and they are so delicious. And what I do is I cook up a little pancetta, some ciubetti di pancetta, those little cubes of bacon, and in the fat I start cooking the onion. But I have a pescatarian daughter right now that I'm trying to accommodate, and another one of my daughters doesn't like bacon. You know, all 4 kids, they're not fussy eaters, but you know, they have requirements, let's just say. So I'm making something that everyone can eat, so I'm making this one without bacon, so this is completely vegetarian. So I'm mixing the quinoa in the tablespoon of olive oil and the caramelized onion, and I'm throwing in some frozen peas, okay? This is just some frozen peas straight from the freezer. And I'm going to add some yummy and delicious red pepper. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of this. Maybe a little more. Okay. Now, I'm just going to mix this all together. Whoop! That pea just jumped into my fish pan. How rude. I'm going to mix this all together. And the thing is, I don't know if any of you ever made risotto, but when you make risotto, they have this method that you're supposed to cook the rice first before you start adding any liquid, so that the rice gets kind of dry and begging for the liquid. And I do a very similar thing when I cook this quinoa. And I do it with pui lentils as well, and with rice. I do it in general. So I let the grain, whatever it is that I'm making, cook up a little bit until it's kind of dry and asking for the oil or for the liquid. So here I mixed up some stock. Now normally I would use chicken stock or a stock cube, but once again, because of the vegetarian thing, I'm using this. This is called Vegeta. I also refer to this a lot in my cooking, and it is amazing. It's amazing. What can I tell you? It is from Polish or Russian food shops, and I was brought up with this, and it is this powder. It's a stock powder. It's a vegetarian stock powder, and it just makes things taste magical. Okay, now I can hear the quinoa asking for the liquid. Okay, so listen to how this sounds. You hear how it's almost saying thank you? That's what we want. So I didn't pour all of it in. I put in just enough to cover it a little bit. You know, it doesn't want to be floating in it because it wants to cook up now. So now I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to let the flavors combine, and I'm going to let that cook up a bit. So I'm wondering, are there any questions right now while I'm doing this? If anyone's watching, are there any questions? Is anything coming up on the screen? I've been having technical difficulties, though, it has to be said. So there have been comments and there have been questions, and I haven't seen them on the screen. Someone is very kindly filming for me right now, so obviously I'm not being able to see them on the screen right now. But if you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments, and I will answer everything, okay? And if you're watching in the replay, then please leave your questions in the comments, and I will answer any questions that anyone has on any of this. So together with this, I am also making some lovely mange too. This is another challenge, you know, to keep things interesting and to keep things going so that we're not cooking the same thing all the time. Now, I love roasted broccoli. Who doesn't love roasted broccoli? Roasted broccoli is absolutely delicious. But how many times can you eat roasted broccoli? How many times can you eat sauteed green beans? So it's kind of important to mix it up. So in my recipes, I also do quite a lot of, in the Feed the Family formula, I have honey carrots, roasted broccoli, garlic green beans, I have pui lentils, quinoa, you know, all of these different things. But then here's the magic. It's not just a whole bunch of recipes because, you know, all of us know how to get recipes. We can get them, even though this has over 55, I think there are 56 recipes in this. The magic is in how to make more meals out of it and how to make something that takes a long time take a short time so that you're not spending the whole day in the kitchen, because we have other things to do, don't we? I have to turn the heat down on this. Because we have other things to do. We don't want to be spending the whole day in the kitchen. Okay, I'm just cooking up this mange tout in a bit of salt, pepper, and butter. That's it. Okay, I'm going to check this quinoa. Okay, it's actually mostly absorbed the liquid right now. And then I'm just going to give it a little taste. That's good, needs a little more. The flavor's good. Okay, so this is an important thing when you're adding stock to something like quinoa or rice or lentils that don't have much inherent flavor, couscous, things that don't have much inherent flavor in and of themselves. This stock has to be very full of flavor. Okay, it almost has to be a little bit salty, more than if you were just drinking it, because this is the seasoning that you're putting in. You can always re-season. I'm going to add a little bit more in. I'm going to add the rest of it in. So that was 2 cups or 500 ml for the whole thing, for 2 packets. But if you make it, tasty, then you don't have to do too much re-seasoning. Okay, that's going to cook up a little more. The mange tout are cooking. I'm now going to make the sauce for the fish, and then I'm going to put the fish in at the last minute. And I'm going to say goodbye to you before I plate up, because plating up all of this stuff is going to be challenging to get everything hot and on the table at the same time. My kids are doing virtual lessons, and they're starting back at 2, so I'm going to have to get off of this with you. But look, 15 minutes. We're not done yet. So I'm making a sauce here for the fish while we're doing this. And one of the reasons, being cheeky, playing up because I'm on the screen here. Okay, one of the reasons that I pan-fried my fish first is so I can have these lovely flavors going in my pan with a little bit of butter and sunflower oil and the fish. So I'm going to let that heat up again, and then I'm going to just make a simple sauce with some wine, some single cream, and this is the time that we need to start looking for those things in our larders. This is this mushroom truffle paste. Oh my God, it smells so good. I don't have very much of it left. I'm going to throw that in. I have some capers, some chives. So I'm literally just throwing in what I have and what's available. So here's the thing. The reality is that we're going to be here for a few more weeks, at least 3 weeks, that we're all going to have to sit in our houses. We have no restaurants to go to, we have no movies to go to, we have no theaters to go to, we have no sporting venues to go to. The food stores are challenging, it's hard to get food, and we do not want to spend all our time in the kitchen making food, okay? We're challenged here. These are tough times. But you know what? There is a serious bright side to all of this, and that is being able to spend time with our family, getting to projects that we weren't able to do. There are all sorts of things that we can be doing and utilizing this time properly. So that is why I put together this Feed the Family formula, because I don't want you spending the whole day in the kitchen. I want you going outside, like it's sunny again, my God. I want you going outside and enjoying your time with your family. Go take a walk together. Go spend time together. I'm going to be talking about what to do to keep moving, maybe next week or the week after. I think I'm going to be talking about food for the next couple of weeks. And I'm also going to be talking about ideas of what you can do with your kids and family, especially since virtual school, as it is ending tomorrow. But, stay safe and, enjoy. Take this time, take this opportunity to enjoy. And by the way, the quinoa is done. Okay, that's it. Look. I'll turn that off too. Check it out. That is for a family of 6. It is so good. And what am I going to do with the leftovers? Do you know what I'm going to do with the leftovers? I'm going to put them in a bowl of stock and make it as a soup for lunch after tomorrow. Okay, so So listen, that was 15 minutes from beginning to end, and it's done. I'm going to take a picture of all of this so you can see what it looks like at the end, all plated up, and I'm going to post it for you. But most importantly, I'm going to put the link to the Feed the Family formula at the bottom of this Facebook Live, and I highly recommend that you go and check it out. Now listen, this thing has, like I said, it has, I think, 56 to 60 recipes. It has 48 meals. It has shopping lists. It has meal plans. It has 5 videos for me with lessons, strategies, substitutions, all of this really good stuff. And I would normally charge £99 for this. But because of everything that's going on, I am selling this for £25. And there's going to be no, prices are going to go back up again. I'm not putting prices back up again. And I'm not, putting any urgency on this. I'm not closing the shopping cart. I'm offering this for £25 so that I can try to help you guys, because we're in a tough situation, but we're all in this together, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. And I really look forward to seeing you in my course, okay? Talk to you later, everybody. Bye.